Passenger Rail Agency Group CEO Hejana will be visiting the Northern Line in Cape Town today. There he's set to discuss developments in the recovery of passenger rail services in the Western Cape. But our reporter Nobesuthu Hejana is joining him to find out more about the infrastructure backlog that exists around the country. Nobesuthu, a very warm good morning to you. How's it going with regards to this assessment and this tour conducted by the Group CEO of PRASA? And what is he hoping to achieve?
Well, Tumelo, we do know that millions of rands have been invested to ensure that infrastructure in Cape Town are not only focusing on the Central Line but also other lines within the mother city are recovered. And we heard earlier from the Group CEO saying that there is no luxury. Work needs to start. And in fact, I'm joined by him now, who is going to tell us about the status of Cape Town trains. Group CEO, where are we in terms of ensuring that all the lines are recovered?
Good morning, Nobesuthu, and thanks for this opportunity. We have made significant progress in Cape Town in terms of the corridor recovery. We have recovered 8 corridors to date in Cape Town. We are working on a further 4 that we need to bring back. The 2 that I think is always well understood is the Central Line, the line taking us to Kailicha, with the Chris Hani as the end station, and then the line to Mitchell's Plain with Captain's Clip as the end station. There's a further 2 corridors that we are also working on, and in fact today we are invited the media to come and see the progress on those 2 corridors. We are working on the corridor from Bellville to Strand as the 3rd corridor, and then the 4th corridor that we are working on is the Eersterrivier to Muldersvlei, the Stellenbosch corridor. And we have got contractors on site busy with the recovery program, as well as our internal teams assisting with the recovery of these corridors.
And talking about the recovery, earlier you did mention that PRASA, or the organization, has ordered about 600 trains, and we do know that some of that will be allocated or has been allocated for Cape Town. Just tell us about that, and maybe in which lines will they be operating in?
So the train that we are sitting on today is one of the new trains, Isitimela Sabantu, also known as the People's Train, referred to as the Blue Train. We are rolling this out across the country, and you are correct, we have an order for 600 trains, and these trains are being manufactured in South Africa. We are not importing these trains from the rest of the world. We are building it in South Africa. Young men and women, engineers, artisans that are part of the process of building these trains in Nigel, in Denota, in Gauteng. 600 in total. We have received 150 to date. Of that 150, there is already 38 in the Western Cape. In total of the 600 trains, we will have 197 of these trains in Cape Town. And as you can see, it's got the modern features in terms of we've got the air conditioning in the train, CCTV, we've got the open gangways where you can see from the first coach right down to the 6th coach as part of this process, and increased security presence that we have on these trains.
Talking about that, because one of the fundamental issues is that we see the work being done, but every time we see that thieves, they steal the cables. So is there any money that has been set aside to ensure that security is on par?
Absolutely. Underpinning our recovery program is an integrated security plan. The phase 1 we've already rolled out is an increased presence on the ground, boots on the ground, so to speak. And then the second phase is the rollout of technology. We are rolling out CCTV cameras as well as looking at drone technology going forward. Now, over and above that, on those corridors that are high risk in terms of prone to theft and vandalism and encroachment, we will be closing by walling off these corridors. Concrete walls that we will be building. We will already put the tenders out to the market, particularly on the Central Line that we will be implementing to ensure that these corridors are protected and we don't see a repeat of what has happened in the previous years.
I just want to ask CEO whether the firing of the former regional manager and also with the current court case with the former chairperson of PRASA, has that had any impact or delays in the work done by PRASA?
Look, at the moment the team is fully focused on the recovery and rebuild. Those 2 items that you have mentioned, both of them has happened. We've parted ways with the former regional manager. We're aware that in terms of the former chair that there is an application from his side where the minister has to respond. PRASA is there as the second respondent, and we will respond in due course in terms of that process. But for now, the team that we have on board, the management at head office, is fully focused on recovering all the corridors around the country, 40 in total. We are sitting at 22, and we've got a few more to go. This year we are targeting 16 in terms of bringing back those corridors.
Thank you very much. Well, Tumelo, that was the Group CEO of PRASA, Mr. Hashim Emran, who was talking about the work done and some of the work that still needs to be done within PRASA, and also highlighting on the matters of the importance of security, and also that although the much focus has been on the central line and the recovery of that line, especially with the encroachment there, other lines within the mother city are also a top priority, and this is why they've invited the media to actually show us the work done so far and the importance of bringing back these lines, because you would know that majority of the people throughout the country, they rely on trains as their main of transportation, as well as other modes of transport.
Absolutely, and these efforts could definitely go a long way in Nobesuthu Hejana, making sure that more people have access to transportation, but it's still a long way to go for PRASA, especially with those nationwide rail lines. But thanks, colleague, for bringing this issue to the fore. eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana for us in the Western Cape.